A hot gay romance, Heated Rivalry, has been the talk of the town for the past month, making girls go wild on TikTok and even traveling as far as Red Note. You can see Chinese fans thanking Canadian taxpayers, and to that I just like to say, you're welcome. Yeah. You may be at a very Canadian time. But how come a gay romance is so popular among girls? Here's what you don't know. So this genre is called BL, which stands for boys love. Some people also use yaoi to refer to this genre. And it's actually more popular in Asia than you might think. So today, I'm going to talk about the BL market in Asia and why women love BL. But first, let's talk about why Heated Rivalry is so successful among a sea of gay romance in the West. So much so that it's making headlines everywhere. I think its huge success comes from its manga-like pacing, where explicit sex scenes are shown frequently. If you have read BL manga before, you know things move pretty fast. Some manga shows the first sex scene within the first 3 chapters as a hook to retain readers. I feel like a lot of Westerners are really shocked by this kind of pacing in Heated Rivalry. But for Asians, we are used to seeing this kind of pacing in mangas. Sex sells, and you better sell it fast in mangas. Despite the many TV shows and films about BL in the West, which I also consume, personally, I feel like the BL market is much bigger in Asia. I think this has to do with its Japanese origins and Thailand's culture. Let's start with Japan. Manga is one of the most important backbones of Japanese culture and economy. It is a widely accepted art form among the public, and it's very common to see adults reading manga as well. Because of the manga and anime industries, Japanese storytellers have more ways to tell BL stories beyond TV, films, and novels. BL stories in comic format is not a thing in the West. The BL comics that you can find online, like probably most of them, are translated based on the original work from Asia. That is so sad. Like imagine, if you're a consumer in the West, when you consume a BL story, you either read a book and use your imagination to generate visuals in your head, or you can wait years for the TV or film adaptation. Speaking of the manga and anime industries, the BL genre planted its roots a long time ago, dating back to the late 1970s. The first BL manga is Kazeto Ki no Uta, which was first published in 1976. After that came the 80s and the 90s, the golden age of anime and manga. From there, the manga industry continued to grow in size and global influence, expanding into genres like BL. Some of the well-known BL mangas came out in the 2000s, such as Sekai Ichi Hatsukoi. I think this is the one that made me go down the rabbit hole. Yeah, but why is manga so appealing to people, especially in the BL genre? Well, first of all, manga is often considered more aesthetically pleasing than Western comics. Second, it provides a strong visual storytelling for spicy scenes. Let's be honest, we're all visual animals. Seeing pictures directly can be more impactful than reading words and imagining it. The only thing manga lacks is voice, which anime can easily make up for. Another advantage of manga is that artists can draw sex scenes that would never be allowed to air on TV shows, in films, or even in animes. So there's no censorship in manga? Well, not quite. There is censorship. However, it often looks like this. Now, let's talk about Thailand. Thailand is a dominant player in Asia when it comes to BL TV shows and films, largely because its LGBTQ culture is open and friendly enough to allow explicit LGBTQ representation on screen. BL has become so influential that it is now an important pillar of the Thai entertainment industry and even contributes significantly to Thailand's GDP. Japan, South Korea, and China, they all produce BL TV shows and films, but Thailand is definitely the big dog. Personally, I prefer mangas over TV shows and films. Why? Because the only limitation of BL manga is the artist's ability to draw. As long as you have the imagination and the ability to draw, you can create stories that are out of this world. Now, let's talk about the primary consumers of BL content. women. So why do women love BL? First of all, BL provides a sense of safety and comfort for women. Romance manga with a lot of sex scenes will inevitably sexualize characters. In straight romance manga, men are hardly sexualized, like ever, unless the story is written by a female artist. And even if the manga is drawn by a female artist, men are being sexualized in a, normal way. However, when female characters are sexualized, especially by male creators, it often makes female audience uncomfortable to read because the work is clearly catering to a male audience. But what's wrong with that? You see, a lot of straight romance manga portrays sex in ways that are degrading to women, and because of this, it's natural for women to feel uncomfortable seeing themselves portrayed through a male sexualized lens. Also, the relationship problems in straight romance mangas can mirror the female audience's real life, and that can hit home pretty hard. That's why many women prefer BL over straight romance manga. BL manga completely removes this discomfort by eliminating female characters, leaving no opportunity for women to be sexualized or run into messy relationship problems altogether. Reason number 2, women love to see hot men. Most BL audiences are straight women. Straight women like men, and more specifically, we like looking at attractive men. I mean, everyone enjoys looking at attractive people, right? And what's better than one hot man? Two hot men. I find it very strange that people constantly question why women like boy-on-boy action. Because when men enjoy girl-on-girl action, no one questions it. No one even bats an eye. Speaking of attractive men in BL manga are more attractive than men in straight romance manga. BL outperforms straight couple manga. The characters are drawn more beautifully because most, if not all, BL artists are women. Yeah, I'll choose BL. Reason number 3, better storytelling. The biggest difference between straight romance manga and BL manga is the sexuality acceptance by the society. What I mean by that is, straight couples do not need to hide their relationship, but gay couples need to hide their relationship or they have the pressure to come out. So this struggle builds tension for the story, and the stronger the tension, the better the story. Also, straight manga can be quite cliche sometimes. Maybe it's because of the gender roles. If you ask me which country makes the best BL manga, listen, Japan is the founding father of the BL genre, but South Korea is the freak god of this genre. Hence, that's why I think they're the best. Korean manhwa dials everything up to the extreme. The story is strong, the tension is intense, the pacing is perfect, and the men are hot. And a lot of doing. Japanese manga has a lot of dialogues and internal dialogues, characters misunderstanding each other for ages to build tension. Yeah, Korean manhwa says no to that. There's a reasonable amount of talking and a lot of doing. However, Korean manhwa still isn't the final boss. You know who is? If you can read Chinese, you should read Korean manhwa translated by Taiwan. You know why? Because Taiwan does not have censorship like this. Anyway, I hope you learned something about the BL culture in Asia. And if you are interested in reading more gay romance stories, try BL manga. Try it. You will not regret it. If you have any good recommendations for BL manga, comment in my comment section. Yes. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.